Welcome to the Hutchinson Area Chamber of Commerce and Tourism Chamber Connection. I am Mary Hodson, President of the Chamber of Commerce, and I'd like to welcome you. I am so glad that you're joining us today because we're going to be talking about some of the special things that the ambassadors do. And with me today is my friend, Matt Bilkey.
Well, hello.
How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Matt, you are the president of the ambassadors.
I am.
What the heck happened?
Well, I can't say no to things.
Yeah,
So
I guess.
So with that, yeah.
Somehow they voted you in.
Yeah, well, it wasn't a gamble or anything like that. I volunteered for it, and last year was my vice president's role, and this year is the president's role, and we have a lot going on.
I don't always take president positions, but when I do, it's for the ambassadors.
It's to grow out my beard longer, yes.
There you go. Well done. Well done. Okay, so earlier we were talking, we could literally talk about nothing and everything in the next half hour. So why don't we just jump into why are you part of the ambassadors? Who are the ambassadors? Let's start there.
Yeah. So the ambassadors are the welcoming and social arm of the Chamber of Commerce, if I got that right.
Of course you did.
And we, like that says, we welcome and socialize with new members and new businesses within the community. Why I'm a part of the ambassadors is that fulfills my social wants and needs.
Right.
To be able to meet with new businesses, people that are excited about their businesses and their startups, and we can offer things like referrals and them a source to be able to reach out to any one of us in various niches in the community.
Right.
And provide them a resource that they may not have known was there.
Right. I always tell people that you're great advocates. When you're going to business visits and welcoming them, or talking about new services that they might have shared with us when we go on those visits, or even business after hours. They now have 30 people to advocate for them and to share their story with people.
Absolutely. And being able to advocate for not only Hutchinson, but for its people. We do a really good job of that, I think, coming from different niches within the community, whether it's financial or service or whatever it is. We are able to reach them in ways that they may not have otherwise known.
All of a sudden, Reach Out and Touch is a song that's in my head. That's what this is going to be like working with you today again.
Cue the music.
I know, right?
Over. Yeah.
Right? So when the ambassadors are going out, what are they learning from those businesses? Because, people see in the paper, right? They see in the Hutchinson Leader, they see the picture with the ribbon and maybe a first dollar and a basket of goodies. But what is really happening at those?
Yeah. So we get together and meet and talk about our business, and then we go out and meet these new businesses and these new business people at their location. And we ask them what brought them to Hutch. Why are you passionate about the work that you're doing? Why the location you're in? What do you need from us? How can we help you? And it's really just a half an hour conversation of getting to know them and what they want and need and what they're looking forward to, and introducing ourselves as a resource and, like you said, an advocate for them.
Right.
So.
Last week you had two brand new businesses actually next to each other. People were super excited about having Jimmy John's and the new Sports Clips.
Yes.
And so it was great to be able to see. I was out of town for a conference, but you guys went representing the chamber and the ambassadors and get to learn all these great things about what they do.
Yeah, they're always so welcoming when you come in because they know that we're not only future advocates for them, but business partners, people that are going to shop there, people that want them in town. So it's really fun to have them open up about something they're passionate about and be able to reflect that with them. So
we've talked many times about listening to people who have passion about what they have, and so I think that's what's so fun about it. But they're also, like you said, they're so filled with gratitude.
Right.
I mean, I remember once going to a new business, somebody who wasn't new to town but had a new business, and he was in tears because he'd worked so hard to make sure that he could open up his business, and then so touched to see so many people coming in who just want to hear what they're doing.
Exactly. It's one less thing for them to think about.
Yeah.
When you open a business, it's a multitude of checklists and things that you have to prepare for, and things you may not have thought of. And just having some people come in and listen to your story is a sigh of relief.
Right,
and,
yeah.
something
Somebody's
that they
really going
love.
to come in the door,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, and we don't have to sell them. We don't have to do anything. We just have to be ourselves. And,
Yeah.
we get a chance to be ourselves too as ambassadors, and not try to sell them on a chamber membership or sell them on a financial service or sell them on insurance, whatever it is.
Whatever
we get
it
to
is.
just love on them, and
Yeah.
they love back on us. So.
So let's segue then from just loving on people to business after hours. That's a little bit more of an educational networking time. Tell us about business after hours.
Yeah, so Business After Hours, we host various events through the year. And it's either educational or a celebration of a new space, or it's a showcase of their business. The workers, the people that are there, the owners get to do what they want, whether that's a celebration of a new space or it's a collaboration or whatever it is. They get to showcase their event with people that are business owners, with people that work for chamber members, with the general public in some cases.
Yep.
And they get to really just show why they're there, how long they've been there, and why they're a staple in the community.
So both of these things, the business visits and business after hours, generally happen once a month. So business after hours is generally the second Thursday of the month, and it's from 4 to 6 p.m.
Correct.
Go ahead and ask me, what's my favorite part about business after hours?
Mary, what is your favorite part about Business After Hours?
Matt, thank you for asking me. Let me think. Think. There's so many things, right? No, I love taking tours and seeing the backside of a business.
Yeah.
Because we always see that front facing. We don't get to see how things work or how things happen on the backside.
Right.
And so I love that piece, because usually it's an employee or an owner who's going through that. You get to hear the passion about it, but how many people know some of those crazy details? It's something that happens in Hutchinson. I'm thinking of a couple of different businesses that we've had tours with, and then you find out that they're shipping around the world, or they're doing something top secret and they can't reveal it yet, and then the next week they reveal it, and it's like for some huge company that we all know and
Right.
is really easily recognizable in the country.
Right.
I love that.
But isn't Business After Hours just a place to schmooze and shake hands and have some food, Mary?
Right? Yeah, the myth. We're myth busting.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, it's not always about having a beverage and having a drink. And that's the part that I really like. And I love watching other people say, oh, I didn't realize they did this. I could use them in my business. Or I never thought about the fact that I could maybe perhaps ask them to come and work with my business.
Right.
And that business to business or the B2B connections are super exciting. And I'm so grateful when we have so many people in the community who share that on a regular basis.
Right. And you don't have to be a business owner or a decision maker to be able to get something out of Business After Hours. You can come and show up and get to know that business, and then be able to advocate for them or refer somebody to them. There's so much that all levels of employees, whether it's low level or high level, can take away from Business After Hours.
You mean it's not just for the one person who's at the top of the food chain in a business?
Right. They may get the email, but they should disseminate that email to their employees thoroughly so that everybody...
You know it was important when you
Eye
looked right
contact.
into... Yeah. Ooh,
Yes.
Hold the stare. Oh. Soften.
But with that, everybody is invited if they're a chamber member business, and guests too. So bring people, let people know that this is going on. Let's fill these up and take something away. I guarantee if you come, you're going to be able to take something away, or a new relationship, or somebody you haven't met before. You'll get something out of it for sure.
Plus, even if it's a business that, like, we're going to be at B&B Sports next month in March. I don't have a boat. I don't have a camper.
Right.
I don't have, those are not activities. But I love going there and learning what they have, because I can tell you that in the next month, I'm going to run into somebody who is new to the community and needs to figure out how to get a boat, where to get their boat fixed. And now I can say, hey, call Jeremy at B&B. And so that level of networking is like taking networking to a whole nother level, because now you're the person in the know.
Right. You're the referral source.
Yes.
You're the trusted source. And if you go, you can go and meet Jeremy and say, wow,
Right?
Jeremy knows what he's doing, and Jeremy's a really nice guy. And Jeremy is somebody I would trust to
Right.
work with myself.
Right.
So why wouldn't I refer him then to work with you?
Yeah. Plus, he's on our chamber board.
Well, there's
just saying, right? So yeah, I think that those are opportunities that people overlook when they go,
Right.
oh, well, I'm not interested in that. But how do you know? And how do you know that there's not going to be somebody there who needs to see you?
Mm-hmm.
So many times we're all busy. I like to say to capacity in my scheduling. However, we're all busy. And so sometimes you have a list of 20 things that need to be done. You try to keep it to at least 3 a day. And you see somebody and you go, oh my gosh, Matt, I was going to call you.
Yeah.
Takes that list number 19 right back up to number 4, maybe even number 1, because we might be able to actually take care of the business right here.
Right.
Or we can whip out our handy dandy computers and
Yes.
scheduling assistants
Yep.
and get that scheduled so we can take care of that business.
Yeah, it's not near as rigid as people think it is. And you
No.
know, when a group of like-minded individuals get together with stuff like that, so much can get accomplished, whether that's business to business or personal. It's a really good reason to get out and hang out with these people.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so now a couple of those things that you have regularly scheduled, but now let's move into some of the annual events that you have. So you do some fundraising,
We do.
and those go to good causes, great
do,
causes. So let's talk first about what you do with money that you raise.
Sure.
What do you do, Matt, with the money that the ambassadors raise?
Well, I've never been the treasurer, and I rarely know where that goes. But with that, we support local organizations and causes and events. We support the Water Carnival by being a donor and by supporting the event.
I think
What's
that
the
one
word
of the,
I'm looking for?
a sponsor.
Sponsoring the event. There we go.
I think one of the things that so many people don't realize is the band shell in Library Square, the historic band shell, the new backdrop. I mean, it's not new anymore, but it's new compared to the tan,
Right.
that tan, what's the tarp
Yeah, tarp.
that got folded up and then thrown in, and then I don't even know how it went up.
Ugh.
The city workers had to do it all the time, right?
Right.
They were the ones who were in charge of doing that because they have so much time in the summer to do that, right?
Especially after their normal hours of operation.
Right. So the ambassadors went through all of the work of finding an appropriate backdrop, working with the city, Historic Hutchinson, to get the right thing on the backdrop, ordering it, getting it installed, and now there's a hand crank to pull it down. It's a little bit of a windbreak, but also provides a nice background. And that's something the ambassadors did that people don't realize.
Yeah, and very consistent for music in the park and things like that, where the background isn't necessarily in the forefront of people's
Right.
minds, but just those little things that make a little bit of a difference. We're involved with.
Yeah. Awesome. So how do you raise the money?
We do have a couple of events during the year. Our first is the Taste of Hutchinson, which is the food portion of the Arts and Crafts Festival,
Oh, I've heard of that event before.
which we collaborate with the Chamber of Commerce. We host between 20 and 25 food vendors that we invite into who pay a fee to be a part of the showcase, and then are there for the weekend. And the vendors that are there, I don't know if we've had many new vendors, because so many of them keep showing up
They keep
year
coming
after
back,
year
yep.
after year, because it's such a good event, because they're successful at that event. And we take portions of that, and then some of that goes to the band shell or
Right.
other sponsorships.
Or leader cast or education. There's so
Right.
many different things that you guys
Yeah.
can work on.
Yeah.
So Taste of Hutchinson is something that so many people love, right? Because it's food.
Because it's food.
And we celebrate with food.
Yes.
We mourn our sorrows in food. We celebrate with food. I mean, food is integral. I mean, you need it to live.
Exactly.
Right? But it's super fun when you have new things that do come in on occasion. And it's a great fundraiser for nonprofits as well.
Right.
So it's kind of a double because it's a fundraiser for the ambassadors, but nonprofits use it to raise money as well.
Yeah.
And historically, it's been on First Avenue, right next to Library Square, where Arts and
It
Crafts
was
is.
a natural fit right there, and being able to work with the police and have them be there for that event and help us with all of the traffic, not only for the arts and crafts, but
Yeah.
for load in and load out of these
I
food
was going
vendors.
to say, and load in.
Yes, and we have a few of those vendors are local,
Yep.
but when people aren't familiar with Hutchinson or where to go, it's not necessarily a thoroughfare right there.
Right, yeah.
But yeah, having them help out with that is amazing.
Well, and you've worked on the backside, having
Yeah.
been at the chamber. So you saw and heard so many of the comments and compliments that we get because
Right.
of the police. It's not about me or you
Right.
or any of the staff. It's always about the police and how thoughtful and kind and helping they are.
Yeah.
Or someone who's mad because they're enforcing a law. Crazy.
Funny how that works, isn't it?
Safety's always been our number one priority.
Right.
And we've been so fortunate to have them helping us with that.
Yeah, the collaboration on the event is something that's awesome. I mean, we had how many people come through the park last year?
12,000.
In a community of 15,000.
Yeah.
So 12,000 people coming through a space that is a square city block plus a street causes logistical nightmares.
And let's call that a Hutchinson City Block.
Yes,
It's not like it's
yes.
a Minneapolis City Block.
Right,
Right,
exactly. So
Yeah, pretty incredible.
the event is amazing. It's a good collaborative effort between the chamber and the ambassadors, who are close but not one and the same. And
Dang it, really close.
we're really close.
Yeah.
And with that too, we also have the Taste of the Holidays.
Okay, so let's back up just 1 second before we keep going.
Okay.
Two things, because the ambassadors are a committee of the chamber.
Mm-hmm.
So if people are like, how does that work? So we always tease because they really are part of the chamber.
Right.
But yet the ambassadors have been given quite a bit of autonomy
Right.
to do their own thing. Secondly, we've been at Library Square for a bajillion years.
Yes.
Or in some people's case, forever. But this year, because of road construction, we'll be at the McLeod County Fairgrounds. So it'll look a little bit different, but it's still going to function the same. You guys are going to be right there with Taste of Hutchinson, right with Arts and Crafts Festival.
Yeah, just because we're at a different location doesn't mean the event is going to be a complete change or a complete
Yeah.
180. There's a lot of opportunity, and
Yeah.
we're excited for that
Yeah.
for you and for our event as
Yeah.
well.
So people can expect live music still and again. You can expect food trucks. You can expect food stands. Maybe a couple extra food, because with the opportunity to grow, there's some expanded services.
Yeah.
We're going to come back and talk to you about this again. So just hold on to that a whole nother half hour, another time.
Right. A
another
teaser
month.
trailer.
But ooh, I like that. If Matt's really good at producing this, he's going to put teaser trailer coming soon.
In a world where road construction is, that sort of thing.
And now he knows who's going to do the
The
voiceover for that.
Shoot. Well,
Yeah.
I just volunteered for that too.
Yeah,
now,
you did.
So.
So we will be moving. You'll be moving with us, and we expect that it's going to turn out beautifully.
Yeah, it's going to be phenomenal. We're going to really make this first year something to remember. So.
You see why I love him. I know. Okay, now let's go to Taste of the Holidays.
Sure.
So everybody's been through this year of craziness, and oh my gosh, the holidays are upon us. Think local, shop local. Taste of the Holidays is the perfect opportunity to learn what's available locally for the holidays.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hence its name.
Taste of the Holidays. Yes.
Okay, so tell us about this event.
So Taste of the Holidays, we normally sell 400 tickets out at the winery for an evening of fun and food and frivolity, I guess.
Ooh.
If we stay on the F words that we can say on TV.
Fantabulous.
And, whoa.
Fantastic. How fun.
Fun. And we showcase local vendors again, whether it's an item or an idea or food, for people to come out and check out and to have a cocktail or a mocktail and some appetizers and listen to some fun music and potentially win some really cool prizes as well.
Oh my
So,
gosh, the last couple of years, we stopped kind of doing the door prize and went for big prizes.
Right.
So that's one of the things the ambassadors do spend money on, are these big prizes for people. So you could win a great Christmas present for somebody
Right.
or for yourself.
Right, we've given away Chromebooks and TVs and
Fitbits, kayaks.
and hundreds of dollars in different gift cards.
Yes.
And people really appreciate that.
Yeah.
You can only get so many keychains and frisbees and cups, and they all have their place.
Yep.
But
this
when
is
you come to an
different.
event like
Yeah.
this, it's really fun to be able to see the people that win a TV, and that's an automatic Christmas present for somebody or for themselves.
Right.
So that's fun for us too.
So tickets are always sold out.
Yeah.
And what's fun for us, what we know on the backside versus what people know on the front side, is the chaos of the all call for tickets to the chamber
Right.
office. So ambassadors sell tickets.
Yeah, each ambassador gets 10 tickets to sell or more, depending on
I know.
how aggressive they are in their
And
selling.
some of them are pretty aggressive.
Right.
They sell a lot.
Right, and a part of that too is that a lot of us are business owners or work for businesses that want to show love to their clients or customers. So it's a really easy thing for somebody like me to do, is to buy 10 tickets and give them to clients and say, hey, thank you for being a part of my
Right.
organization. Let me show you what I do on my time off.
Right.
So yes, we're all able to sell tickets beforehand, and we sold out really quickly. And then we
Yeah.
always have a few at the door that are wondering why we're not selling them at the door.
We even took off the extended price at the door because we
Right.
just sell out all the time. So we sell them at the chamber. The ambassadors are selling them. So you might have 250 to 300 tickets out. There's only 400. And then when we get down to nothing, and we're not really sure how many everybody has,
Right.
there really are only 400 tickets. They're all numbered.
So we know who
so
has
we know
what
who
and-
has what. So
Yeah.
now it's a call to get them in because we have people tripping over, and people call and say, "Can you hold them?" And we
Right.
do not.
Can't.
We do not hold them. You have to be there in person or give us a card over the phone right now
Right.
because that's how this works.
Yeah, and with that too, the event goes so quickly. I mean, it's all of the setup. It's a lot of work to do, but 400 people going through the winery in the back room is very crowded.
Yeah.
and it flows really well.
It flows really well.
But when you have 360 people come through in the first hour,
Yeah.
it makes for a really fun event, and you get to see people that you didn't know were going to be there, and taste things that you didn't know were going to be there, and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's so much fun to see the creativity that the kitchens come up with, to see what they're choosing to bring into highlight.
Right.
Because there's a plethora, I wanted to use a big word,
Plethora.
a plethora of opportunity in the community, but what are you going to showcase right now as an opportunity for your business?
Right. And businesses
They're so good at it.
step out of their norm to do this.
Yeah.
For food vendors especially, you wouldn't necessarily think of Woodstone Senior Living as having a
Right.
5-star chef menu.
Right.
And they come out and they always have a special food item. The country club here in town, Oakdale Golf Course, it's not Jimmy John's and Subway having subs. It's these other businesses that are just stepping out and doing something completely out of the norm for themselves. And,
Yeah.
doing an awesome job.
Doing a phenomenal job and providing people with the opportunity. Now, Woodstone does it for a really unique reason. So people know what kind of food they're able to make for
Right.
their residents. And I can tell you, I've been around a lot of nursing homes, and we're so fortunate here in Hutchinson in our senior living nursing home facilities that they understand. They have evolved with the times.
Yeah.
I don't want to leave my home and where I can cook a nice meal well, I do want to leave my home where I can cook a nice meal if somebody else is going to cook it for me. Hence the idea behind this, right?
Yeah.
Because honestly, to your point, Woodstone Senior Living has the best grown-up grilled cheese sandwich
Yes.
on the planet. And we
Right.
beg for it.
Exactly.
But they always are keeping coming up with new things. And so that's really fun to see. And businesses become chamber members so they can participate in this
Right.
event.
Yeah, it's very high demand. We'll be going out here in the next month to get commitments for that.
Wait a minute, Matt. I just said that this is in November. They're going out next month?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Yeah, so a couple of our ambassadors will be going out and knocking on business doors and inviting them to be a part of this. You do have to be a chamber member to be a part of this event, so it is a select crew.
Yeah.
But with that, they love the opportunity to showcase. It doesn't cost them anything but their time and
whatever they put
materials.
into it, right? Yep.
But with that, it's just so special for the people that do get to be a part of it,
Yeah.
because they really see tangible fun
And we have to go out this early
yeah,
because they want to be able to plan what they're going to
Exactly.
do. So I think that just adds another level of appreciation that the guests probably don't realize is happening
right.
behind the scenes. Awesome. So Matt, we'll be looking at tickets probably in October for that event. And people, of course, can get a hold of us at the Chamber or an ambassador if they
Yeah.
know one. And so I just want to thank you so much because you've already been hitting it out of the park at meetings. I knew he would. I'd like to say I trained him myself.
Sure.
I didn't. He's always been phenomenal.
Wow, thank
You've always
you.
been phenomenal. And so we're so grateful that you're still part of the chamber and still doing so many things in the community. You also are at Edward Jones.
I am, yeah.
Tell people.
So I started in an Edward Jones office. I'm taking over an Edward Jones office here in town. Dean Winter and his wife, Kim, are both Jones advisors, and they're both retiring about the same time. So I am a part of their retirement planning, and it's an exciting
It's very exciting.
business opportunity, and it's something that I never really thought I would get into, but it's so much about meeting clients and meeting their needs and understanding their story, and it's a lot less about the numbers and
Yeah.
that sort of stuff. So
Yeah, you're the perfect person to do that because you truly invest in people and care about people. And when you have that intention in a relationship, you're only going to be able to do great things for them.
right, yeah,
So.
and that's the way we approach our business with Jones. So
I love it.
there's a lot of us in town, but we'd love to be able to help you out in any way we could.
Absolutely. Well, thank you again for all that you do. And with the ambassadors, please give them our regards as well and thank them for all the work that they do in the community. Whether people see it or not, you're out there all the time.
Yeah, absolutely. If you're looking to become an ambassador or get involved, contact Mary down at the Chamber or reach out to myself at my Edward Jones office, and we'd be happy to help you out with any of the questions that you have.
Yeah, absolutely. So again, if you need to get a hold of us at 587-5252 down at the Chamber office, you can go to explorehutchinson.com and you can go to About the Chamber and learn more about the ambassadors there. And of course, you can always check Facebook. The ambassadors have a Facebook page as well as being part of our website, and we share your events and your things going on there as well. So thank you so much for joining us today. I hope that it warms up soon. Soon, I'm just saying it's Main Street 2020. We want it to warm up.
Yes.
And slow thaw so we can get that road done. Thanks for joining us at Chamber Connection, and I hope to see you again next month.